Happy day. Happy rising. I hope you are well. Topic of the day has been enemas, colon health, butt sex, ass play, toys, tools, and medicinal subjects to cover. I've shared quite a bit of information on the topic of enemas before, many years past. I was an avid practicer and user of enemas as a healing practice and a nice medium between being super uptight and unsure how to talk or navigate the subjects of anal health and sexual play and comfortability in talking about the subjects to totally comfortable, totally open, educated, excited to share about, and eager to get back into my physical practice in this medium of medicine. I personally noticed a huge key element to practicing and opening up to the concepts of butt health, butt care, and enemas is to have a safe place that you feel you can do this at. There are facilities you can go to that offer colon cleanses. I personally have never attended any. I can definitely refer some through friends that have gone and spoken highly of them. I personally have just done it myself. Full send, baby. Always. Went out to a local store for like $9-10, got an enema kit, and they are those red heated water balloons our grandmas used to have, and kind of like a rectangle red rubber pouch, except the enema kit comes with an extended hose, an applicator tip, and a couple other gadgets to help hang the bag. There are a few different ways you can do enemas. You can do coffee enemas, which is most emphasized through the Gerson therapy. Disturbing in full. The Gerson therapy. Fucking profound source of knowledge. If you're unfamiliar with the topic, please join me on the next conversation I will have about this. It deserves a spotlight for sure. There are specifics to doing the coffee enemas. You can also do water enemas. You can do a variety of enemas, including like tea, herbal tea enemas for different medical reasons. All enemas are soothing, emotionally abrasive sometimes, exceedingly purgative. That's what the whole point is to purge the body and emotional body that goes with that. It's highly invigorating. We've all seen a dog take a shit in the morning and just run their ass off in elation like it was the best thing ever. I kid you not. When you get on an enema routine, your movements feel that exciting and liberating. Hands down. I made that correlation when I got into the practice myself years ago and shared it avidly with friends in excitement. I've turned a lot of friends onto the practice of self-healing through enemas, and ones that have gotten back to me can testify the same, that it is an incredible feeling once we bridge the gap of, oh my God, we're talking about butts, we're putting something in our butt, and we're navigating the byproduct of our body, which is not socially discussed aside from creepy, dirty humor, sometimes hilarious humor, and just totally bypassing it as a taboo. People are like, why are you talking about your butt? Why are you talking so confidently about your butt? Butts are gross. They're either super sexual or they're disgusting. Well, friends, they're both. So how do we bridge the two so we're not having two polar opposite contrasting subjects around the same lovely part of our body, which without it, we cease to exist? That's a whole nother conversation for Walking Suicide, my newest podcast. Very, very excited about that. Side note for myself, in terms of the podcast, discussing how does Walking Suicide coincide with severe colon abuse in terms of neglect, no maintenance, and energetic shutdown, socially and personally, both medically speaking and on the terms of sexual conversation and sexuality. Side note. Okay, thanks for that. Lord have mercy! Lord have mercy. I'll do another tutorial on walking you through the process of enemas in an appropriate sense of showing you the bag, the parts, the pieces, and then inserting some little either green screen backdrop demo or video clip in the corner like a news station on the mechanics of enemas. There are a lot of you people out there in the kink world who love to eat ass. And in support of you, colon health and the use of enemas is exceedingly relevant and appreciated. For those of you who might not even know if you like your ass getting eaten, how will you ever know if you're insecure about how dirty your ass is and you don't know how to handle that or navigate it, and so you judge it and never experience it? This is a video on self-liberation, folks. There is an essence you can see in somebody's eyes when they are healthy from the inside out. They radiate. It shines through their eyes. Your colon health is directly depicted through your eyes. Much like the body's meridian system and organ system, there are energy stations throughout the body, as in fear resonates from the liver, anxiety resonates from the stomach, and so on. Love resonates from the heart. So with these connections, they're also like organ points, meridian points on the eyeball, the iris, and the pupil. And one thing I've seen firsthand, one of the most visually alarming medical conditions I would see when I worked in the hospital was when I would come across patients with jaundice. And when their liver shuts down, most commonly due to liver failure from alcoholism, it is a very slow decaying process in the body, and you stay quite conscious and present throughout that time, months at a time, when it's in fast decrease. And one of the first signs is yellowing of the skin and the whites of the eyeballs. It's a very strange thing to see. If you have not seen a human skin turn color, you will immediately know when you walk into a room with somebody who has jaundice because of the smell. There is an odor that is picked up on instinctively through our human bodies that knows something is off. And visually, when you see that person, their skin is like a dull yellow, much like a nearly brown banana. But if that yellow is just as rich as it can be, that's the color of their skin, and the whites of their eyes will be that. That is the liver shutting down. unable to process any toxins and filter the blood system, which then further shuts down the colon. Distension of the belly happens, and that is a sure sign of all of your organs swelling due to decay and shutdown because they're unable to function. Now, a lot of things go up into that, and this is a dramatic tie-in example that I'm getting to, but it is to bring awareness of some of the things that you can visually see that are at end stage life so alarming, and you can backtrack what things could have been done to address such a downward deterioration. That is a slow process. This happens throughout people's whole lives. You don't just suddenly get liver failure. You don't just suddenly get colon cancer. You don't just suddenly experience organ shutdown failure without a very long-term building of deterioration and an acidification in the body. So in the terms of enemas, say you're having an intense headache, a migraine. Say your back is hurting. Say you have a head fog, like you just can't really sharpen your thoughts that day. You're feeling sluggish, your mood is down. You could either feel constantly dehydrated, unable to drink enough water, or you could have totally been avoiding the consumption of water due to some other reasons I can get into at a different layer. But all of this can be signs and symptoms of a backed up colon. Flat out the gate, I don't care how specific you want to get in talking about this country, the United States of America. Hardly anybody practices colon care and enema practice in health. You're going to be in a rare group when you start learning about this, but it's expanding because it's important. You can eat well. You can change your diet from the standard American diet to a plant-based diet, an organic, self-cultivated garden, and drink beautiful, crystal, natural, clean, reverse swirled, spun around water. And eventually, over time, inevitably, your colon health will increase. What you're putting in your body, all the fiber-rich and chlorophyll-rich micronutrients will literally scrub out all of your cells and cleanse your lymphatic system, your organs in full. And that is your new norm and constant state of being in terms of health and sustaining your organs. You can also implement enemas during that transition process to help your body through withdrawal, through body shock of the immense transition from nutrition that you're doing, and help empty out and slough out and clear out all the shit, literally toxic waste that is stuck in your body, in your colon, a gross amount of number long in length. There's a mucous membrane that builds up in the colon. And there's a lot of information you can look up in terms of shedding your mucus lining, and another term, shedding the lining of your colon. This can happen at different phases for people. Usually you need to get through removing all of the waste first before your body will detach that mucus layer, mucus being caused by irritating ingredients added to the body. When you sniff pollen, your body creates mucus to separate and pull all of that shit out of your nose because it's not supposed to be up in there. When you're eating foods and drinking things that are throwing off the pH in your body and agitating your biological system, your colon and your organs create a mucus lining to push that shit away from them and help get it out. When you're on medications that constipate you, when you're not drinking water or you're drinking city tap water, which the pH is all fucked, You're not getting the nutrients you need, and you're actually not even hydrating your body. You're harming your body more than drinking the water is hydrating you. You eat a lot of sugar in most whatever form. This can even be if you're solidarily fruit-based. High sugar will cause mucus increase. All of these things create a mucus increase in the body and an inflammation in the body. Your uric acid goes up. It can make gout. It can create skin problems. It can create tension between the bones, feel really achy chronically, and headaches. So much is caused by what we eat and not addressing colon health. If you take two people, or if you could do an example with this human start to finish and the same human start to finish on this one, the result of the human that would be implementing enema health and practices in their body cleansing, new diet, new activity, new water, fluid consumption regimen, and sleep schedule, their health would go through the roof at an exponential rate as compared to the person who just switched their diet or started being more active or meditating. It's like it doesn't make sense to take a shower and never brush your teeth, right? I'm sure there's some people that do. That's another conversation. Oral health. If we're washing our bodies every day and never washing our mouth, our teeth are going to fall out and we're going to have systemic problems no matter how much we've taken a shower. It's the same thing in terms of our butt. If we are bathing ourselves every day and not our butt, if we're not bathing ourselves every day and never our butt, that's going to be very different in terms of longevity and joy and ability in life, physically, cognitively, emotionally, how we engage with the world. It's all going to be affected in how we do or do not clean our butt from the inside. When we're cleaning our butts, we're radiant, happy people. We're confident. We're mobile. Our cravings, our addictive cravings, are hardly existent, if not at all. If you're looking to get away from smoking of any kind, if you're looking to get away from sugar consumption, if you're looking to increase your sexual play field and explore more ass play, if you're looking to have a confidence about yourself that most people are thrown and inspired by and curious about, if you're looking to just feel fucking amazing with so much energy, you can do all the things you want to do, join me in learning about how to clean your ass from the inside, because that is the ticket. I've experienced firsthand a standard American life, so to speak. Grew up with healthy, conscious living thanks to my mother. Pretty active. So with that, and going through my health transformation I did years ago, everything changed when I started doing enemas. I was at a point of doing 2 to 3 enemas a week. I did not experience some myths, as the internet will say, that you can lose control of your sphincter on your anus and no longer control your bowel movements. I contest that is not the case. And then I've also noted that in transitioning out of that point in my life where my health was at its optimum with systems in place to support that, I have experienced how my health has dwindled, how my hair has shortened. My hair was growing when I was doing enemas, tremendous, thick, lushy, shiny hair. My hair has shortened. I've had more skin, dermatitis issues. My mood has definitely been affected. My cravings are through the roof. And I'm finally at a point to transition back into a space where I will have a constant foundation to get back to these practices wholeheartedly. So where I felt before, had I just been on a constant upcline on having never done enemas and do them and stay doing them forever, I went from never doing them to doing them and feeling the absolute undeniable effects, to then not doing it suddenly and the dramatic decline from that. And I will now be able to incorporate these practices that I know tried and true work and watch the increase in health come back yet again at a new phase in my life. I'm excited to share this information with all of you who are curious to listen and stay tuned. I have known one male identifying human, one human body that had a penis, that came to me and told me that in the privacy of their home, they had went and used an enema that they purchased from the store that day, as I had suggested, and that they were profoundly amazed with the experience that they had. And while very shy about discussing it, they could not keep themselves from coming and thanking me for sharing about it, because they didn't know how they would have come across that information in any other setting or in a comfortable way as they did. So, for sake of this person's testimony, I continue to show up and talk about one of the most important holes we got, regardless of gender. It's something we can all connect about and share on. Our ass. Thank you for listening, and I definitely look forward to sharing more on this and hearing from you. Have a good fucking day.